What's up guys, Stark here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the final of the original 5-star characters that were introduced into Fate Grand Order. And in this character spotlight we are talking about Saber slash King Arthur slash Artoria Pendragon slash the King of Knights slash whatever else you want to call her. Y'all know her. I call her Saber because that's just what her name is to me. So that's what I'm going to be calling her as in this video. Obviously she is a Saber class. Now she does actually have, I think she has alternate versions that are different classes, but they're not out yet, so we'll talk about them later. Anyway, as for her pictures, I'm gonna throw them on the screen now. Honestly speaking, I don't like this art at all. It looks very bland and very generic. Like the art, it's drawn well, it's just I don't like the pictures. I just don't really like the way it's portrayed. I mean, it's not bad, but it doesn't get me excited to pull her or anything like that. So yeah, you know, it's just okay artwork to me. So now I'm gonna throw up her stats. She does have 11,221 attack at level 90, and she has 15,150 HP. So she's got a little bit less attack than Artoria, but she's got significantly more HP than her, which is a nice balance. Obviously, you do want your characters to be a little more on the tankier side, but her attack stats aren't really that bad. So moving on to her skills here, her first skill is Charisma B, which increases the attack of all allies for 3 turns. So unlike Artoria, she increases the attack of all allies, which is fantastic. And it's not a huge bonus, but it's pretty solid. Like a 9% increase at level 1. Yeah, it's nothing amazing, but if you do max it out, it is an 18% bonus, which is pretty good. It's better than like the level 10 craft essences, so it's pretty nice. Her second skill is Mana Burst A, which will increase the Buster card effectiveness for 1 turn. Unfortunately, this is only for her. If this was an AoE skill, she would be a monster in Buster teams, because her bonus, or like the stat increase, starts at 30% and goes all the way up to 50%. But like I said, it is only for her, so unfortunately it's not nearly as good. If, like I said, if this was an AoE skill, she would be so much more useful than she actually is. But it's not, so it's not really that useful unless you're using her Noble Phantasm. Her final skill is Intuition A, which will give you a numerous amount of critical stars. Again, self buff, nothing really crazy about this. As far as I know, none of these get buffs by interlude quests, so you just stop with these skills right here. It's a solid offensive skill set, but it is mainly geared towards Saber herself. So moving on to her Ascension materials, all of these are currently available in the game at the moment, so if you do have her, you can go ahead and max ascend her. Relatively easy. Yeah, relatively easy. There's really not a whole lot in there that you need to worry about. So then for her skill enhancement materials, it's going to be your standard Saber setup. So I'm just going to leave them on the screen for a couple seconds and then I'm going to move on. So next up is her level 10 craft essence for the bond level, and it's going to be called Crown of the Star, and this is going to increase the attack of all allies by 15% while on the field. So just like Artoria, it's a pretty good bonus. The 15% increase comboed with another one, you know, that's a pretty good bonus, plus her skill and maybe one more, you know, maybe use like Waver or something. You can combo it for a lot of pretty solid attack bonuses, but I do think there will be better cards to use on her as the game progresses. So maybe if you can get it quick enough early game, it'll be useful, but I'm sure later on down the road it will not be that useful. Artwork looks really cool though, I have to give it that. So now let's talk about her command cards and her Noble Phantasm. First up, for her command cards, she has 2 arts, 2 buster, and 1 quick. So she's going to be you know, more useful on Arts teams and Buster teams, especially Buster teams, because her Noble Phantasm is Buster. And you can combo that with her skill for the Buster. So if you're using her Noble Phantasm, go ahead and use her skill to increase the Buster effectiveness, which will buff your Noble Phantasm as well. But what it does, it deals heavy damage to all enemies and increases your own Noble Phantasm gauge. So it's pretty solid. It can be upgraded with an interlude quest, but all it does is just increase the damage. And it's a pretty solid increase, 100% increase at max level. It does target all enemies, which is really nice. It is very useful to clear out waves of enemies. But overall, you know, Saber isn't really that good, unfortunately. You know, early game she's really nice, but she will get outclassed very, very quickly. I would still be happy to get her because it is the original Saber. You know, there's the nostalgia factor. And, you know, she's a cool character, so I wouldn't mind getting her at all. I do like AoE specials as well, so... Plus, I need a 5-star Saber, so, you know, I'll take any 5-star Saber I can get. But that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Not a whole lot to talk about here. She's kind of just there, do a little bit of damage, and that's it. So, I'm going to end the video here. Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about Hercules, which will be the first 4-star I talk about. And spoiler warning, he is a tank and an absolute monster. But I'll save the rest for the video tomorrow, and I will leave you guys here with Saber's Noble Phantasm. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.
One up.